Setting up your Google My Business listing is one of the most important things you can do for your business to gain visibility online and grow. Why? There's two reasons. First reason is that Google My Business is absolutely free. So if you are just starting out or you don't have a big budget for marketing, this is a great way for you to gain visibility online. And secondly, this is the fastest and easiest way for local clients or prospects to find your business. In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to set up your Google My Business listing properly and also give you my absolute best tips for optimization so that way you can jump to the front of the line and get a head start on ranking your business on Google Maps. Let's get started. The first thing I'd like you to do is go to Google. And if you are not already signed in or you do not have an email for your new business, go ahead and click the sign in button. If you have other Gmail accounts and this one is not going to be associated with your business, go to use another account, and then you are going to click the create account button. Now here you're going to get a drop down you're going to do to manage my business. Go ahead and type in your name and then go ahead and type in an email that makes sense for your business. So we're just going to give a fake name here. Apparently that's taken, so we're going to just choose one, and then we're going to give a password and go to next. Go ahead and type in a phone number. You will need to use a cell phone as Google will send you a text message. Put in a recovery email and your birthday. Hit next. Google's going to go ahead and send you a 6-digit verification code. Make sure you have your cell phone ready. Hit send. Go ahead and type in the verification code and verify. Go ahead and skip this step. Scroll down to the bottom. I agree. And now you are all set to start entering your business information. I am going to go into much deeper dives when it comes to your business name and business category, but a couple things you need to remember is one, this is the business name you are going to use on the rest of your listings across the internet. So make sure it is accurate. If possible, get a DBA, a doing business as. Let's say if your company's ABC Heating and Air, maybe get a DBA heating or ABC Heating and Air Repair or Heating and Air Conditioning Repair. Add a key term in there. At this point in time in August of 2021, Google does give some weight to the business name, so it's something you do want to consider. However, I would make it a DBA and not your actual business name. In regards to business category, this is your primary category. So this should be the primary function of your business. If you are a plumber, choose plumber. If you're a heating and air conditioning contractor, you will need to do a little bit of research in order to understand what your competition is doing. And I will show you a tip for that here shortly. In the notes below, I'm going to drop a comprehensive list of all of the Google My Business categories. There's over 4,000 of them at the time of this video. Take a look at that. Understand which ones fit your business and which ones do not, and then choose the one that makes the most sense for you. So the first thing after you start entering your business name is Google's going to try to find if you have an additional listing. Now, obviously, we're trying to create this from scratch, so this is not going to show up. So we're just going to type that and we're going to hit the first one, create a business with this name. And because we are an HVAC business, we're just going to choose HVAC contractor and hit next. This section, this is where you want to decide. Now, if you are using your home address, you're going to want to hide this. In most cases, a startup business is going to want to hide your address. If you have an actual office, a storefront, or some sort of place where people can actually come into your business, go ahead and show your address. Just remember that all of your directory listings will be built off of this. So even if you don't want your home address shown on Google, you will have to build directory listings in order to get ranked that will show your home address. So for us, we're going to say no. And then this is the part where you get to put in your service area. Best practice for this is to start with your primary city and build outwards. Google gives you up to 20 service areas. My recommendation is to fill out all of these. And if for some reason you can't decide what to fill out, what I generally like to do is I like to open a new tab, type in maps, type in the main city. And then what I like to do is start looking at different cities, which are usually listed in this font here. Look at cities around your area and Pick the ones that make the most sense for you. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to choose 4, but again, you do get to choose up to 20 of these. Contact details, this is going to be where your customers get a hold of you. So if for right now all you have is your cell phone, put your cell phone number in. If you have a website, go ahead and put that URL in. If you don't have a website and you need something, Google does provide a free website you can create. Now, this is something that's not well known, so I'm going to go ahead and create this free website so you guys can see what it looks like. Hit next, hit next. Do you want updates and recommendations? This is completely up to you. I would say yes, especially if you're new to Google My Business, as they will send you insights to better fill out your profile. This is where you're going to enter your mailing address. So even if it's your home address, enter this in. Once those details are entered in, hit next. Google's then going to send you a postcard. This is why you need to verify with an address that you can actually get mail to. So keep that in mind. Don't send this to a PO box, a virtual office, or a UPS box. Those are all against Google's terms of service, and you're going to have a really difficult time if you ever get suspended to re-verify your business. And that's it. As you can see, it says here, within about 5 days, I'm going to get our postcard. From here, you can actually start to fill out some of your business's information by hitting continue. That way, when you're waiting on that postcard, you will start to be able to have a business profile that's already completed. As you can see, because of the primary category I chose, they have already pre-selected some very common services that category offers. One thing you can do is show more. So if you do other things, such as stuff with thermostats, ducts and vents, etc., you can click these and add these services. So for me, this purpose, I'm just going to click all of them. You can also add a custom service. This is something that if you want to add something, like for instance, we sell UV lights. Add that. You can add air filters, or actually this we'll call them AC filters. Add as many as you want. If you want to change even some of the keywords, like it says repair AC up there, if you want to add air conditioning repair as a service because you think that's more relevant, I would go ahead and add that as well. Once you're done adding these, go ahead and hit next. Now you're going to add your business hours. If you are in an industry where you do on-call service, I would add this as 24 hours. This will help your business listing show up outside of the normal 8 to 5 window that some other businesses may only be listed as. If you do not answer phone calls after a certain time, do not, I repeat, do not put 24-hour service just so you hope your listing shows up more. Because what happens is if you're not answering those phone calls and those leads are not having a good experience and they're clicking your profile and then going back instead of clicking through to actually call you, that's going to be a ding on your business listing. So keep that in mind. Fill this out. Just make sure you have a plan with this. Don't just fill it out and put 24-hour service because you think that's going to help you get ranked the easiest. Because this example is a HVAC company, I am going to go ahead and put 24 hours. This refers to Google My Business messaging. So what happens is in the app, customers can actually go to Google My Business, hit a button called messages, and send you a text message. This will go to your phone. So make sure on your phone you go to the App Store or the Apple Store and download the Google My Business app. Connect your email that you just set up or the one that you signed in with, and make sure that app is on your phone because those messages will come directly to you. Now, if you do not respond to those messages within 24 hours, Google will turn this service off for you. I'll go a little deeper dive into this, but this is important for you, especially with the prevalence of people wanting to text businesses. Make sure you have this on. And this is where you can add your business description. I would be as thorough as possible, include the reasons why, include some keywords like air conditioning repair, furnace repair, and try to make it about as long as you can. It gives you up to 750 characters. Use as many of those as you can. Fill out your listing quite a bit more than this, but this is just an example of things. I would include your name, include some services, and your city. Next, you want to add photos. Photos you want to add to your business. I will put a list down in the description below, but you want to add pictures of the work you do, pictures of your truck, pictures of you working on a unit, pictures of your happy customers, pictures of your team. If you have an office staff, put pictures of your team. Anything that's related to what you do, add those photos. it is going to be very important because businesses with photos get like 40 or 50% more click-throughs. Don't add stock photos. Google will actually reject posts with stock photos, so make sure you're not adding stock photos. The other thing you can add here, you can add videos. So if you have short videos that actually show some of the work you've done, add them. This is great stuff to help with your click-through rates. So for my fictitious HVAC company, I obviously don't have any photos of me doing any work, so I'm just going to skip this. And if you want to do some pay-per-click ads, go ahead and claim your credit. Otherwise, skip this part. And then your business profile is pretty much ready to go. And then what's going to happen is you're going to open up to this right here. And this is where after you get your postcard, you're going to actually go ahead and verify your business. So once we get the postcard, I will make the next video showing you what to do next.